so we'll have an extra half hour. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 2022 Canadian University Men's Rugby Championships live from the University of British Columbia's Thunderbird Stadium. My name is Chris Blackman, and I'm joined by my good friend Keith Lumby and Canadian international Maria Sampson. This event is brought to you by the Lougheed Wealth Management Group of Raymond James Limited. We are live streamed on the rugbynetwork.com. Trinity Western University Spartans just taking the field in the gorgeous sunshine. About 4 or 5 degrees. Clear blue skies, no wind to speak of. We are about to play for the bronze medal in this tournament. Guelph Griffins taking to the pitch now. You'll see them in their red striped tops. Referees this afternoon, Brad Schwaliger will be in the middle. Assistant referees Chris Micheletti and Ben Lambrick. We would like to acknowledge that we are gathered today on the traditional, ancestral and unceded territory of the Musqueam people.
Le championnat de rugby masculin 2022 en direct du stade Thunderbird de l'Université de la Colombie-Britannique, présenté par Lougheed Wealth Management of Raymond James Limited, est diffusé en direct sur the Rugby Network.
Just see if we can get these lineups underway before we get to the national anthem. Trinity Western University Spartans, coached by Andy Evans, in the front row. Ethan Jurgenite at prop, Seth Klassen hooking. Grayson Hardy will have the other prop position. Engine room second row, Eric Niebuhr and Josh Halliday. Flankers Leo Chen on the short side, Nate Schroeder on the open side. Number 8 and captain Caleb Girth. Hooker, Jan Hendrik Lorenz, scrum half, Jan Hendrik Lorenz. Standoff, Matthew Wilhelms. On the wings, Connor Bernardin and Lyndon Duggan. Centers, Keegan Marengo and Finn Murphy. Fullback, Tapua Marufu from Harare, Zimbabwe, and the Old Georgians RFC. Keith, over to you for the starting lineup for the Guelph Griffins.
Guelph Griffins wearing the black-red tops with black shorts. Loose at prop, Vachon. Hooker, number 2, Mukendi. We'll actually wait for the national anthem and then we'll continue the roster. University of Guelph Griffins wearing the black-red tops, coached by Corey Hector. Number 1, Vachon. Hooker number 2, Mukendi. Tight head prop, Trollope. Second row, Collins. 5, Ford. 6, Williams. 7, McKinney. Number 8, Cam Hurst. 9, Ewan Curry. 10, Brendan Black. 11, Jacob Schultz. 12, Jacob Ince. Outside center, Colin Siebert. 14, Jack Morris. 15, Kobe Faust. 16, Easton. 17, Shaw. 18, Bryson. 19, Casey. 20, McCarty. 21, Harwood. 22, Easton. 23, Sterling. 24, Dalen. 25, Art. And 26, Skolon. University of Guelph Griffins playing left to right in the black-red tops.
Spartans have a full bench. We'll get to naming those players shortly. Griffins taking the kickoff. Sun at their back. Here's the clearance kick.
Kobe Faust with a big kick.
Cleanly taken there by Marufu. Ooh, almost interception.
Spartans trying to gather themselves. Ruck on the far side of the field. Scrum half Lauren's there to secure. Nice driving ruck. Clean, clear ball. Spartans lined up to their left. They've got numbers. Here comes a kick. Into the gap behind the backs, and it squirts out of bound at the center mark. We'll have our first line out of the game. Griffins with the throw-in.
That was Valemsa. Looked like he went off a little bit off the side of the boot, but still not a bad territorial gain.
Another prop throwing in our earlier game, the second of the day, UVic had their prop throwing in, and here we see Guelph with Aiden Vachon throwing the ball in.
Yeah, Vachon first touched the ball.
Clear ball, middle of the line out, well won. Great pace out of the backs. They're at speed. Oh, good tackle from the Spartans to snuff out that attack.
Great tackle by Duggan.
Guelph retains possession, hitting it up in a forward pod. Spartans are there. Out the back, quick passes.
There's a 2-on-1.
Space down the gap side. There is. Big man rumbling. That's the 8. Goes to deck.
Cam Hurst there with a nice run.
Well rucked by Guelph.
It's on again if they can go wide. No, just closed down by the Spartans.
Yeah, cuts it back inside to find support, and he's got it. Now they're going to go wide, Guelph does. Far side winger. Thinks that's Jack Morris moving the ball well. Into contact. Spartans playing defense early in this half.
Really good phases of play from Guelph.
They're making progress down the pitch. Nice passing in front of the players taking the ball, who are taking it at speed. Here we go. There's the crash ball to the outside center. Well defended by the Spartans. That was Keegan Marengo through the gap looking for inside support. Wasn't there. Sorry.
Nice run there again by another
Colin
Griffin.
Smybert. Guelph with lots of phases linked together here. Stolen by the Spartans. They got over top of that breakdown, spinning it out wide. They've got speed down the far side. Great shirt tackle bobbled forward by the Spartans. Guelph recover and into touch. Wow, hectic pace, Maria.
Hectic pace. Great job by Guelph. Phases together, lots of patience, and then Spartans on the other side of the ball. Structurally sound, defendingly, lots of big contacts. I don't think I've given Spartans enough credit for their physicality so far this tournament. They have been a big presence. One thing that's interesting for them is Valemsa coming into 10, and then Owanusi is going to be off the bench. He's been very eclectic, I should say. Maybe he's eclectic too, with ball in hand, so he comes off the bench.
So this is the bronze medal game here. Both teams got something to play for. Want to take home some awards, some jewelry.
Awkward scrum that spun most of the way around. Griffin's keeping the ball. Blindside winger comes in. Fullback with the ball now.
That's fast.
Well tackled by the Spartans. They back off so they don't get penalized. Griffin's moving to the center of the field. Long pass from 9 out to a trailing forward. Griffin's maintaining possession. Number 4 for the Spartans. I see a medical attendant going out to try to get his attention. I think the coaches are going to have, we're going to see 2 medical people going out to talk to number 4. Took a big hit.
Niebuhr then took a big hit, I think, and just a little wobbly on his feet. So
one of his teammates was trying to stabilize him. I don't know if we'll see it in the replay, but
time is off.
Yeah, he's going to be taken to the sidelines.
Obviously doesn't want to go off. He thinks he's still good, but it's the right thing.
It's absolutely the right decision. That little bit of wobbliness, that is one of the concussion syndromes. Whether he is later on diagnosed with a concussion or not does not matter. Recognize and remove. He is done for the day. That will be disappointing for him, but again, right decision.
Martin Zubiri, number 20, is onto the pitch now, taking off Eric Niebuhr.
Line out just opposite the camera crew here. Seth Klassen about to throw it in.
Full line out. Lots of bodies in there.
Gone long. Got it clean. Maul is formed. No, it's not.
No, there's nobody there, and there's the penalty. Guelph Griffins choosing to step away. Penalty awarded as Spartans formed up the maul.
Brad Schwalger right on it, right?
Need somebody from the other team to engage. Otherwise, you've got to move the ball out of there.
Really good job by Guelph, recognizing that.
Yeah.
Line out, Guelph.
Yeah.
So 5.5 minutes gone, still 0-0. Both teams just getting set into their rhythm. Nice clean take here.
Not straight.
Not straight.
Yeah, well over the outside shoulder. There is leeway down the middle of that line out. It could be about a meter wide, but when it's over the outside shoulder, you're going to get that whistle.
And honestly, it looked, I don't know if we're going to get a replay of it, but it looked to me like they're boosting the jumper into the channel. And if they boost them straight up and that jumper just gets to reach, that's a straight ball. If you boost them into the channel and they catch on the outside shoulder, Brad Schwalger has no choice but to call it not straight.
Yeah, interesting as well, Maria. We've probably seen 25% of the lineouts over this tournament not straight.
Oh, yeah, it's hurt. It really hurts my heart.
Yeah. Unforced errors.
Put in for the Spartans.
Oh, good even matchup in the scrum. That's nice.
Awkward pass from 9 to the Spartan backline.
There's 12. Marengo running back into his forwards.
Clearance kick coming.
Nice left kick, cross field.
Well
taken.
caught by the Griffins down the left side.
He's got support too in Smybert.
And he's
doesn't
got
need
pace.
it.
He's got his pace. Trailing forward, just coming a little slow here for the Griffins.
Great tackle from the winger on the far side there. Connor Bernadin for the Spartans. Ooh.
Tip pass.
Lucky bounce on the tip pass. Good call, Maria.
Football DB tip drill.
Looks like they're still coming blindside here. Inside pass.
That's the open side flanker.
I think he's had the ball stripped from him.
Connor McKinney. Ooh, Spartans ball. You can hear the call. And
Yes.
the penalty's awarded.
Not rolling away. Number one, Juggernaut just getting in
Tap
there.
and go.
Almost.
Not taken through the mark. That was Kobe Faust wanting to go quickly. Right idea.
He's had a really good tournament.
Not executing.
I've been really impressed. I know Guelph has had most of the possession, but they have been well drilled offensively, I would say. A couple handling errors, but in general, you can definitely tell the team is on the same page when it comes to structure.
Fantastic attacking opportunity for the Spartans. See if they can get this line-out throw and either decide to form up the driving maul or whether they're going to use that pod of forwards out in the backs. Here's the driving maul.
Well set up.
Spartans are trying to pull it down.
They're on their
Griffins
feet.
have got the drive,
They look like they're over the line. Maybe not.
No, driven back by the Spartans.
Ball's available.
Defense time. Open side drive, low.
They'll try and push it in again. Here go the forwards.
Try given.
Yeah.
And they had advantage too for not rolling away, so it would have gone back to a penalty. Well drilled from Guelph. Maul to a few pick and goes.
Looks like that was Mukendi. Just diving over. Yeah, there you see it. Found a gap, went through it. Referee right in the spot, awarded the 5 points. Nice try.
Griffins will gather at center field and be happy with that sort of a start.
We did get a full 26 roster for both teams, which means that neither team has any injuries where folks aren't dressing. Did talk to the Guelph Griffins coach before the game started. He did say he has some hurting bodies, but I think a lot of folks are playing through. This is a big game for them.
Pushed it left. Quick opportunity to mention our sponsors today. Gilbert, David Lawheit's Foundation for the Love of the Game, Via Sport and the Province of British Columbia, Raymond James, Langara Fishing Adventure, Lawheid Wealth Management, Canada Rugby Foundation, Pemberton Homes, Rugby Canada, and the RugbyNetwork.com.
Well, let me say here to restart for Trinity Western. Looks like a nice deep kick. Well taken by the Griffins.
Oh,
ball's with-
stripped by the Spartans. That was the winger.
Stripped, but also looked
Connor
like a knock on.
Bernadin. Griffins with the ball at the breakdown. Here comes a clearance kick.
Infield. It's bounced. Okay, you got 4 Spartans back there. Decides to kick for possession. Is that going to be a 50-22? Not quite.
Well gathered by Faust, yeah.
That was good coverage, and that was a really good kick by Valemsa.
Kicking game is obviously under play here.
Spartans counterattacking down that far side wing. He's through the gap.
Duggan's going!
Oh, he's in. He's in. Yeah, number 14 there.
What an
Lyndon
individual
Duggan from
try.
Burnaby, British Columbia. Wow, great individual flair there. Let's see that again on the replay. Great individual flair.
5'9", 170, third-year student, second year of eligibility. Probably got some local fans. He's from Burnaby Lake.
Here he is, pace, showing this pace out, going run outside the outside center. Maintains his feet really well there. Almost got stopped.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Great individual try. So the score is tied, 5-5. We've got 11 minutes gone. Wow, what a great third game here for the day.
Yeah, it's
Maria, some thoughts?
the rugby on display in every single game has been very good. There's lots of dynamic stuff. With such short seasons, I mean, I give people a hard time about their lineouts, but it's such a short season. People are teaching players their teams how to be rugby players and play ball in hand. Maybe not spending as much time on the set piece, which it is what it is. But I think ball in hand play has been really good, and defensive effort and contact area has been phenomenal.
So the conversion was good. Trinity Western take a 7-5 lead here. We've got 12 and a half minutes gone. First half. Griffins with a restart. It's high. Sun's in the guy's eye, but he caught it. Find his forward pack. Looks like we have a defensive kick coming. Kept it in field. Good take on the fly there by Kobe Faust.
Griffin.
Links up with his backs.
Yeah, inside pass. There's the forwards. Ooh, great tackle from number 1 for the Spartans. That's Ethan Jurgenet.
Oh, just didn't quite go.
Another tip pass. It's the big man.
Yeah,
That's
the number 8. Cam Hurst again on the charge. Gotta love the speed at which the Guelph Griffins want to play this game.
Absolutely.
Reese Collins taking the ball into contact 4. Another tip
Another
pass.
tip, third tip pass.
Spartans maintaining possession, although it's a difficult fight at that ruck, and they didn't, in fact. Spartans are there over top of the ball.
I think that's third jackal.
Matt Willems.
Spartans just wanting to slow it down a little bit, take some of the steam out of the Guelph Griffins in their attack.
Big kick. Finding touch on the far side. Solid distance gathering backfield.
It's one of the better kicks we've seen going on the far side of the field, given the football line is about 7 meter in. Valemsa not making any mistake. Nice big kick.
Yeah, you'll just notice if you look at the lines on the field that the rugby field is not centered on top of the white lines for the football field. Much different on the far side. Spartans barreling ahead. Vocal crowd support here for the boys in blue. Fullback.
Oh my goodness! Mybert stopped him
Wow.
in his tracks.
And they get the penalty.
What a hit by Colin Smybert.
Here's the replay. Textbook stuff.
And a really good job not going past horizontal as well, getting them straight to the ground.
I think he politely say to his opposite number, welcome to the game.
Costa doing business.
Guelph with the line out right in front of our broadcast position here as we have a beautiful view.
And
sun, clear day. You can see the breath on the players.
Vashon, again, you called it there, Maria.
Yeah.
The jumper was pushed into the gap, so it gave the opinion that it was actually not straight. But anyway, Guelph got
on
it.
a run.
Yeah. Guelph with space out wide. Not moving, choosing to go into contact.
Gives Spartans an opportunity to get set their defense.
Trollop going for a trot.
Go to the left again, boys. There it is. Not making it through the gap. Spartans there. Good position. Have they earned the penalty?
I think he's off his feet. Referee's telling him to let go.
Yeah, play on. Griffin's moving through another pot of forwards.
Spartans up for the challenge here right now.
Oh, and the quick 2 passes.
That was a great tip.
There's another one.
Smyberg, big hitter, very close to the line.
Willems there in defense. Is he over top of the ball?
Try is scored.
Wow.
Mukendi to Fost, who then hits Smyberg on the run.
I think Aiden Vachon got across, and big number 1.
With Vachon coming in with the matching knee tape to the jerseys.
Good
Nice
move.
touch.
Stylish. Let's see if the replay catches that action. Here it is.
That was wonderful. A little over the top to Fost.
Great support there, played by the outside center. Almost got in.
Good job with the little half roll that he needed to prevent the jackal as well.
And great support play there by the prop, Vachon.
Aidan Vachon, 5'10", second-year biochemistry student from Brantford, Ontario, and the Brantford Harlequins. Done some time with the Arrows Academy and was a 2022 OUA first-team All-Star.
Well, what a great start to the game. 16 minutes gone. 2 tries now to Griffins. Looking to add 2.
Flags go up.
12-7. 12-7. Kick there was by
Kobe Fost, likely.
Got a player on the ground here in goal. So the referee is not going to restart the play. We're going to make sure he's okay first as the teams go back and take up their position. They'll just wait for the referee to decide whether we're going to play on.
Might be the player that was trying to go for the jackal over Smyberg on that run. He did get cleared out quite heavily.
So Maria, first thoughts on the first 17 minutes of this game?
Guelph has come to play. Guelph has come to play. They are firing on all cylinders offensively. I really like that they're taking risk and putting the ball wide. The purposeful tip passes for sure, using the kicking game.
Spartans have brought on number 21, Ethan Bernadine. Just trying to catch a number of who's injured, and it is indeed impossible. His left knee's being
That's too bad.
being walked off the back of the pitch.
Valenza's kicking off. I think Spartans just need to get in the groove and they'll get firing too.
Great take there by Reese Collins. Kept in play. Bernadine didn't
lost it in the sun.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful. You're right, Maria. The sun may have a bit of an impact on the game right now. You can just see the shadows on the players. So it is obviously fall here on the West Coast. We've got about 4 or 5 degrees. It's a beautiful blue sky. The sun is out. There is no precipitation. However, that high ball probably going to be lost with a couple of the players.
That one went right through the breadbasket. The kicking game has become so much more important over the years, especially now with the 50-22. Some teams put 3 back, some people put 2. We've seen probably more kicks this tournament than we have in previous tournaments.
Is this literally the second scrum of the game?
I believe so.
Oh my
Griffin's
goodness,
with the
we're
put
at
in.
18 minutes.
18
Good
minutes
observation, Keith.
Spartans with a good push. Griffins are going to want to get it out. There it is, releasing it down the back line. Missed pass.
Beautiful.
Inside
Is that
run.
Voss? Yes,
Bounced
it
again.
is.
Great tackle from the
Wasn't
far
held.
side.
Wasn't held, so he got back on his feet and he passed it to his other wing.
That was Tapia Marufu with the tackle, the fullback for the Spartans.
They want to get quick ball here. It's a little slow. Probably bring it back into the forwards. 10 meters. 10 meters to go. Oh.
Spartans ball. So one of the things that happened on that last scrum is because
Penalty awarded for offside. I think the assistant
Late
referees
call.
the assistant referees
Absolutely.
made the call in from the side.
go for points. Points on offer, kids.
Oh.
I shouldn't say that. Men.
No, he's not doing it. Kobe Faust. Chosen.
Yeah.
Oh, he is finally.
Yes,
He did.
He heard me. Did he hear me? He heard me.
Maybe he's been hearing us for the last 3 days talking about take the points, take the points. Again, just for everybody at home, it's such a short game, 30 minutes. When you have the opportunity, what we're seeing time and time again You got to turn possession into points. So
One of the things that happened on that last scrum where we saw TW put a little bit of shove on, they had their flankers and back row really, really pushing, which means they couldn't get their open side flanker off the scrum fast enough, which created that overlap when the 15 came out. There was no push. They're going to have to be careful there. If they want to go for that steal, they still have to have players defensively ready.
Flags go up. Convert's good. Sorry, penalty kick's good. 3 points added.
Guelph extend their lead now to 15 points to 7 with 20 minutes gone.
8-point lead.
Okay, let's see how the Trinity Western Spartans can respond.
Doesn't like that ball.
Will M say just taking his time?
He said no bueno to that ball.
And now we're going to look for the other game ball. Coming in from deep in goal. Thanks to the ball boys who've been helping out this past few days.
And all the staff at UBC has been absolutely incredible behind the scenes, doing so much work. Liz Urbach, you're a champ. Stu Walters. So many hard workers.
Dan O'Connor feeding us rosters at all hours of the day and morning.
Great take there by the number 8. That's Cam Hurst for the Griffins.
Had a very strong game today.
Looked like a little bit of a bobble, but they got away with it. Deciding to run back into the forwards. Oh, nice offload. Looks like it's been held up, though, by the Spartans. Maybe not now.
Here comes the kick. Keeping
Infield.
it infield, yeah.
Yeah, we've got 4 Spartans back.
There's Willems. Big counter kick.
Kobe.
Griffin's going backwards now.
Looks like we can play a bit of aerial combat for a while.
Yeah, he's not going to like that kick. That squirted low. Well taken by the fullback for Spartans.
There's some speed and footwork.
And yes, nice.
Making it to ground with forward support right there. There's the quick ball out to the right. Griffin's defense up nicely to snuffle that one out. Another strong Griffin's tackle. Spartans going backwards.
Spartans want to get this out pretty quickly here.
They need to get some flow, some offensive flow in the game. And there it is, big leg drive. That was number 20, Zubiri.
Nice drive there. Darting little run by Lorenz back on the inside. And again,
That's
number
the
7.
seven.
Now.
And he threw!
He's looking for support.
Schroeder!
Throws a quick dummy, gets tackled by the Griffins,
Here they
moving
go.
it to the left at pace.
They're offside. The Griffins are offside. I just noticed that. Referee has his hand out. Advantage is being played. Not too many sure how many of the Spartans actually realize this right now. There's number 5. Halliday taking it in strong and straight. Crossfield kick. There's the bounce.
Going to come back for the penalty. Well spotted, Keith.
That's exactly what the Spartans needed in terms of getting into a groove. They just needed to hang on to the ball. Wasn't anything too spectacular, just a really, really hard leg drive through contact, and that got them to the position where they needed to be.
So here we go. 8 points up. What are you going to do? Oh, you're going to tap and go.
Brody, the big man.
on.
Here we go.
There was 3 points begging, but you know what? They've gone for 5. They got 5.
Got it.
Wow.
Ethan Jurgenite, number 1 for the Spartans, taking that short pass and just driving straight ahead.
You can see it right here.
Can't fault it. They thought they had offensive momentum, and they went for it.
Yeah, the defenders for the Griffins needed to come off their line in defense, and they didn't. They stood still.
Big shout out to the lock as well. Josh Halliday right on the shoulder there of his teammate to help push over the line. It was really a 2-man effort there. It wasn't just the one.
Yeah, Jurgenite there. 6'2 prop, 264. First year of eligibility, but second year of human kinetics from Bracebridge, Ontario.
So we have a game again, Maria. 15-12 with a 2-point conversion opportunity.
Man, this weekend I'm getting older and my heart rate's rising and I have more gray hair. No, it's been great, in all honesty.
I love the enthusiasm. This is great rugby.
Yeah, credit to all the gentlemen playing for sure.
And certainly to all their teammates throughout the season that have given them the opportunity to get here. There's probably several bodies on both teams that aren't here today. There's
And
the
two.
kick in the convert, and that's good.
I'm sure Matthew Willemse with his friends and family from Langley, Langley Rugby Football Club, out here supporting him. That was a great opportunity to take another 2 points. 15 points to 14. 25 minutes gone in the first half. Griffins with the restart.
Nice single man boost, love it.
Yeah, that's Leo Chen just jumping up for it.
Good skills.
Oh,
I like that.
faked it a little bit, and back inside. Oh, look at that. Wonderful play.
Love that.
Great tackle from the Griffins. Ball spills forward. Counter attack from Faust goes nowhere. Steps into touch, actually.
Valemsa's not happy. He was held back
He
there
was
on that
held out.
second 2-on-1. I'd be pretty annoyed too.
Right here, you can see the shirt pull. This is not soccer. Yeah. I don't think the assistant ref on the sideline saw it, but you know what, we did, and we're higher up. So anyway, let's play on.
AR was for sure looking to see where the touch line was. Wouldn't have really changed the outcome. Scrum time. Let's see how quickly that open side flanker come off. See if they stay on to try to overtake the scrum or do better defensively.
That scrum, as soon as they engage, the left side of the Spartans' front row is going forward. It's putting their entire back row out of play.
I think you'll
They're
see the
gonna wanna
referee. Yeah, referee comes to this side, wants to have a look. I would say if they don't get it right, there's a penalty going to one team here.
Absolutely.
Okay, slowly now engaging. Guelph have it, releasing the backs. Center's coming in for a bit of a crash ball.
Back row's there to support the ruck. Move it out quickly. Good defense from the Spartans, forcing the Griffins back inside.
They're going open side again.
There's the secondary runner. Nice angle from Faust.
Oh,
Loops around.
Beautiful offload there. That was a Sonny Bill Williams offload there. Just as he was going down, kept it in play. Beautiful.
Kendi with a nice little run.
Slow ball. There's the penalty, goes the other way. Spartans on their feet with rights to the ball. Griffins not releasing.
And another jackal by the Spartans. Their coach, Andy Evans, will be happy with that. They do a lot of S&C work.
Yeah, that was Leo Chen doing some great jackling work there to earn the penalty.
Another really great kick by Valemsa.
Wow, so we've had 27 minutes gone. It's a 15-14 game. 3 more minutes to go in this first half. Wow, what a great bronze medal game here we have.
This is great.
Sun streaming straight into the camera angle here.
That was Leo Chen with a big jump. Spartans have kept the ball. A little slow, a little scrappy.
Quick pass from the first receiver out. Here go the Spartans. Here's the cross kick. Winger and fullback on this side with big pressure.
Oh, and he's got space!
Is that Faust? Just go.
I think that's their 12. Then to Smybert.
Ducks back inside to make sure he's got support. Well played.
Sorry, that was Black that caught the ball. Brendan Black, player of the game from last week.
They've come blindside again.
Yeah.
Looking for the offload, wasn't quite there. Momentum now behind the Griffins. Just a knock
Spilled
on.
forward in the tackle. Spartans are going to play on.
Spartans want to go for it. This is a great end to the first half.
Guelph with the defense shooting up. Spartans stepping inside.
Yeah, there's Schroeder again. Strong game he's had so far.
Willems wants it outside. Looks for an inside pass, and he's through a gap.
Oh, that was a great little run. Looking for
Spartans
support.
wanting to get there to secure ruck ball. They've done so.
Griffins are up fast.
Ooh. There's the penalty. Oh.
We'll take a... this will be a break here. Break and play for a while.
Replay is here.
Reaching for a pocket. We'll
Oh,
have to watch the replay.
yuck.
There's the yellow card.
Yellow.
It's number 3, Charles Trollope.
Can't lift somebody past horizontal, so in that situation what happened is the shoulders hit before the hips, which was completely different than the Smyber cap hole, where it was a big hit, but back is what landed first. So in this case, Trollope's going to sit for 7 minutes.
7 minutes for the sin bin. We're in shortened games, only 30-minute half, so not a 10-minute sin bin. Just the 7, and that'll be the last minute of the first half, and then the first 6 minutes of the second half, roughly speaking.
I'm really liking the attack that we're seeing down those 50-meter channels. People are being really dynamic with the ball. I think it's going to start opening up even more in the second half when we get to it.
Seth Klassen with a nice, strong, straight throw.
That's the Spartans number 7.
Schroeder again taking it in.
Ruck formed. Hit that trailing pod of forward, see if they can get some momentum, and they do. Ball needs to go quickly. Griffin's doing a good job of slowing it up. Willems with a quick pass.
Smybert again with the tackle. He's been everywhere defensively.
That's number 8 for Spartans. Girth, the captain, taking it in.
Willems moving it wide. They've got 7, 6, and 14 out on the near, 11 out on the near side.
Ooh,
Lost forward in the tackle. Griffins recover.
advantage now for the Griffins.
Scrum advantage. Griffins deciding what they want to do. Here's the clearance kick.
Doesn't look like, is it in?
Nicely done. Well-weighted kick on a narrow angle. That's going to be a Spartans put in. And there's the half. Wow, what a half.
Great first half there. 15 points to 14. Maria, any thoughts for that quick recap?
Super, super dynamic. If I'm a Spartans coach, I'm telling them keep the ball in hand. No silly passes at the end. They're making tons of meters. And we saw us try earlier when they just keep in ball the hands. For Guelph, honestly, more of the same, maybe a little bit more disciplined on defense. But when they get into their half, they cannot let Spartans get a shot at that jackal.
The crowd here are on their feet, both sets of supporters, loving this bronze game that we're seeing. Large crowd saying thanks to the players as they leave to go into the change room for the first break, for the break. I'll certainly go down and get somebody here to have a join in for a quick halftime commentary. The current Canadian coach, Kingsley Jones, and I'll get him and bring him up to the stand.
While you may not be running an architectural firm, tending hives of honeybees, and mentoring a teenager, your life is just as unique. A Raymond James advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you help others, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
I think
Sorry,
both
guys.
teams look really well coached as well.
Let's just turn the microphones on here, folks.
Why don't I give an opportunity to reintroduce? We're very fortunate to have Kingsley Jones, the Canadian 15s men's coach here, coming to watch the game. Kingsley, what are your thoughts, please, what you've seen?
Just as I was saying there, it's great. It's such a competitive game, you know, to and fro in the scoreboard, switching ends is a lot to be played for in the second half, and I think, you know, Guelph look really well coached. Corey Hector, their backs coach, will be pleased with some of the shapes and patterns, and Hubert Bidens and others will be pleased with the way that Trinity have kept in there, particularly their forwards going well. So a real tight contest, and Trinity have been a surprise package, come such a long way in a short number of years.
Kingsley, just maybe a chance for you to talk about the pathway for these athletes. Obviously, there's a strong connection between the universities and the national team, and then maybe a chance to talk about that right now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you know, even later on we got UBC. A number of UBC players recently represented the national team down in Brazil. Isaac Kelly, the McMullen brothers, and for UVic, Gabe Casey. So those guys just recently represented. And then if you look over the years, the current national team squad, you know, you got Lucas Rumble Queens, you know, Andrew Quatron Laurier, Howie Guelph. There's so many of those guys that have come through the university system. It's a great pathway. You know, it's also an important pathway for coaches. We've got a lot of young coaches. Dustin Dabrowski, a guy I coached, working away there with UVic, and Jamie McKenzie working. You know, it's great to see those guys having an opportunity to be in a kind of semi-professional environment and a captive audience. So important. This competition has come such a long way in 4 years.
Yeah, excellent. And then I do have to let the audience know that you two have connections that go back a few decades, perhaps.
We actually think we may have been on the same field at some time in our past career. It's always embarrassing when you have to actually go up to a former player and actually ask them how old they are, and they look at you funny, and then you start realizing that somehow along the way our paths may have indeed crossed. Kingsley, anyway, let's talk about the future. Obviously, next year, got a big year ahead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, it's World Cup year, and obviously we'd like to be there. We missed out, but it's an opportunity for us to really focus and reload, I guess. And you know, we had such a big turnover of players through the last World Cup. A lot of 30-year-old guys that retired, and COVID didn't help us. So what it's done, though, it really just gives us a real good chance to reset and focus and build towards the qualification in 2025. We just recently had, you know, 6 guys capped in our recent tour. Great to see that happening. Building depth. What we need when we get to 2025 for the qualification period, we need a number of guys who've had over 10, 15 test matches under their belt at least, so that they're prepared for such competitive test match rugby. Unfortunately, the last qualification period, you know, we had 14 guys playing their first test match against Wales just three games before the qualification period. We've seen with the USA, COVID wasn't kind to the Americas. Our lack of competition was a challenge. So a chance for them guys to reset as well, but we want to be ahead of the game with the USA. I think we are. I think that we're aligned, the Arrows and Rugby Canada, the National Academy there with the Pride program. You know, they are real big good pathways for us. There's something tangible for these players to see now if they want to be a professional rugby player. The opportunity to play for Arrows potentially and other MLR teams.
How important is that to see here in North America, MLR? How important is that for the continuing of the game, and certainly the opportunity for players to see how they can actually earn a living playing rugby?
Yeah, it's the lifeblood, really. It's to look at it when I first came in 5 years ago and ask, you know, also these guys are very well educated. They have opportunity to leave education and earn a considerable amount of money, and you know, they like playing rugby, but it's a hobby. How can they be professional rugby's? And this is a pathway. So Major League Rugby is a real help for those guys to get out. We got 64 guys playing in Major League Rugby, which is great. Those guys were in a working environment before, just day-to-day work.
So asking a leading question, we've got one MLR team in Canada, in Toronto. What are your thoughts about here on the West Coast?
Well, it would be great. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk of that, but it needs considerable investment, and the longer the MLR is going on and getting more and more successful and growing, I think just the fee to get involved in it is a lot of money. So it would be nice, but at the moment the Arrows are serving that purpose.
Kingsley, thank you for taking time out of your day. I know you've got a busy, hectic schedule. Wonderful to see you here, and the Arrows and plenty of other coaches. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
We'll be right back. Join us for second half action in a few minutes. Thank you.
While you may not be closing on a business deal, while taking your mother and daughter on a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, your life is just as unique. A Raymond James advisor gets to know you, your dreams, and the way you care for those you love, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
And we are back.
You're joining
Great.
us for second half action in the bronze medal match at the 2022 Canadian Men's University. The 2022 Canadian University Men's Rugby Championships, live from the University of British Columbia's Thunderbird Stadium. Brought to you by Lougheed Wealth Management of Raymond James Limited and live streamed on the rugbynetwork.com. My name's Chris Blackman, and I'm joined by Keith Lumby and Maria Sampson.
Yeah, Chris, it was a great opportunity then just to introduce all the viewers across the country to Canada's rugby coach, Kingsley Jones, and his certain take on Canadian rugby. Wonderful how we talked about this university group being such a feeder system on the national stage, so I'm sure he's there with a lot of other young coaches from across the country checking out the skill level. Anyway, we're about to restart.
There's the restart from the Griffins.
The sun is out. It's getting warmer here now. It's probably about 6 or 7 degrees.
Willemse seeing
through.
space.
Yeah. Gathered by the big number 1 for the Guelph Griffins, Aiden Vachon.
Previous try scorer earlier in the game.
He obviously wanted to go for another rumble. There's a gap.
Half gap, strong running by the Griffins back line. Trailing support, bobbled backwards, continuing on with the Griffins. Attacking the blind side again, inside pass.
Strong defense.
Yeah, Spartans are
Spartans.
well spread out. Bobbled forward,
And
kicked
kick and chase.
ahead.
Kick and chase is on.
Keep kicking.
Showing some soccer skills here.
Bounce up for the Griffins.
Two
Gonna
chasers on him.
turn the corner. He's got to look for a gap.
He is isolated. Now he's got help.
That was Jack Morris. Nice bit of skill there to start off with.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to the forwards, just getting it settled.
Little kick into the depth. Trying to put it behind the Spartans' backs. Not found good space. There's the fullback. Griffins are right there.
Marufu with a long, deep kick.
Let the ball bounce. Gathered inside the 22
Brendan
And-
Block going for a little bit of a jaunt.
by himself.
Quickly stopped at the 22.
Oh, support just getting there in time. There are the Griffins taking it forward again. Now they're going to look for a clearance kick.
Big boot there by Kobe Faust.
Stays
Not-
in bounds.
Spartans decide to spin it wide. There's a
Moving it
gap here.
Right to the near side. Great timing on that pass. That's 14.
Oh, just angle tap there.
Absolutely.
Lyndon Duggan.
Spartans over top in support. Moving it left.
Big number 8, Caleb Girth, the captain for the Spartans.
Oh, missed pass by Willems. Didn't land.
Wasn't favorable with that land, yes.
That's the fullback cutting back inside. Marufu.
He's got some pace.
There's the
Big number 8 again, Caleb Girth.
Spartans getting back to basics. Quick pick and go. It's number 20. There's the
Martin Zubri.
There's the scrum half looking for some space. More pick and go from the Spartans. They're within 5 meters.
Great pressure here from the
Now
Spartans.
they move it out wide, sliding through a gap. Willems can't get through. Griffin's making the tackle. Play right on the far side of the pitch. Oh, Griffins have the ball.
Stolen.
Clearance kick by the fullback.
TWU had such a good sequence of events there. I was going to say Captain Girth, he'd been relatively quiet in the first half, and then 2 big carries and a few big rucks. Those are great pick and goes by the Spartans. Now they're getting an opportunity at line-out time.
Yeah, the Guelph Griffins didn't really clear it too far down the field, so we have a line out. Spartans on the attack, probably about 8 meters from the try line.
Great start to the second half. Less than 4 minutes played. The halves are only 30 minutes in length.
It's a long ball over the top. Didn't
Gathered
put a
by the
hand.
Griffins.
Vachon at the back that picked it up.
Griffin's going to go for the clearing kick. Left-footed.
Decided to keep it in play.
Great bounce for the Spartans.
Marufa again on the charge.
Smyberg with the tackle, was it? No. His long-haired partner, 6. Williams.
Here come the Spartans.
There goes Girth again.
Willems with a long, flat pass. That's 7.
Bouncing out of a couple tackles.
Yeah.
Schroeder.
Griffins have grabbed the ball when it hit the deck. Now they're going to look to counter right back.
Will have to maintain their composure here. They don't want to give away a penalty.
They're going to take the ball into contact and wait for support to arrive. There's another clearance kick.
Again, not in touch. Ball's gone to hand.
Spartans straight back up.
I think that was number 11, Connor Bernardin.
Loud appeal from the far sideline.
Yeah, their Guelph was hoping for the jackal on that one.
Nice inside run line. Here come the Spartans moving it wide now. Willems back inside. There's the fullback.
He's away.
Has he got the
pace.
speed? Cuts back inside. Ruck support arrives.
Marufu there with a great
Moving
little
the ball
bit
out
of
left.
individual effort.
There's numbers there. It's the winger on the far side crossing over for the major.
That was really well executed. Marufu with that inside ball from Valencia and then out on the far wing.
Yeah, that's a try they deserve. Patient, well
11.
worked.
Yeah, Bernardin from Langley, BC.
Wow, we have a game on our hands.
We sure do. Connor Bernardin, 6'2", 185 in his second year of study, taking history. Also probably has some fans in the crowd. And family, for sure.
Taking the ball almost back to the 35-meter line. Going to have a tough conversion attempt from the far sideline.
So the journey for the Spartans to get here, they won on the first day against University of Victoria 23-22 and then lost unfortunately to McGill on Friday 11-17 and are now playing for the bronze medal opportunity.
Be really big for their program, their first appearance at Nationals and then playing host next year.
Great contact. It's got the distance.
Just wide.
Yeah,
Just
wide
wide.
right.
As the players come back to this restart, Chris, do you want to maybe just share with all the viewers about the different lines and the colors that we're seeing here, just so everybody can on the same page?
Just once more again, the yellow lines are what the rugby lines are, and the white lines are the football lines, and it's not centered. So the football lines are actually closer to the stadium, and the gap on the near side is very short, whereas on the far side it's about a 7-meter gap. Awkward.
Nice restart.
And I figured out why it's not centered, and I'll tell you at the next opportunity.
Big up and under. Well taken there.
Brendan Black going to go for a run.
Got wide support.
Flat pass.
20. I think that might be 22. Ty Easton in the game. No, it's 21. Jackson Harwood, who's joined the game for the Griffins.
Nice first touch from him.
There's a gap here.
There goes Smybert. Good inside run. He's got support.
Quick ball. There's a gap there still.
Nice offload. Number 4 taking it to deck. Stolen by the Spartans. Well pinched.
Yep, you're right.
Good defensive patience there, going for the opportunity
And
when
they
it
decided to
arose.
run it.
That was number
They're
1. Ethan
going.
Ferdinand with a
Look at him
pinch.
run it.
Great
Nice.
cover tackle from the number 8 for the Griffins.
Oh, just bobbled a little bit. That's 22. Caleb Van Til,
Now in the game.
but manages to keep it. Deep field kick. And it looks like it was straight out. Oh, that was only by inches, I guess.
Share the hair on your chinny chin chin. He saw the space that was behind Kobe Foss. Kobe Foss was backpedaling just inches over that yellow line.
You can also see that Scott Bowers for the Spartans has taken the field. Folks, we'll do our best to update you about the subs.
Like it or not, the reason I'm going to tell you that the field is off center is because the football post only has one center post, and the rugby posts have 2 posts. And one of those posts is going into the same location as the football center post, which means the rugby field has to be off center so that the posts are in the middle of the field.
Great little attacking back line here by the Griffins.
That was 24 for the Griffins. Thomas Dalen, who's on the pitch now.
They're recycling it quickly. This is good. That's
Well done. Brendan Black on the wing. He's going in. He's started at wing on Friday. That was well executed.
nice little bit of individual flair there by Brendan Black.
Spartans are only having an issue defensively on the edges. They're very solid in the middle of the field. Even when there's breaks in the middle of the field, they're able to scramble. But when something happens out wide, you can see it there. Brendan Black goes in relatively untouched, just a little straight arm required.
So now it's 20 points to 19. Again, we've got a very, very close game. Guelph Griffins with that try.
Likely one of the toughest games to play in. You're either going home with a medal or you're going home in 4th. Those feelings after, so big, so emotional, especially for those graduating players.
So 41 minutes gone. Still a very close game. Kobe Faust not making any trouble with that. Slots over for another 2.
Our try scorer there, Brendan Black, 6'1" in his first year of eligibility, sociology student. He's going to have a great career ahead of him. Has done some U18 Canada this year as well, so he's quite young, from Oakville, Ontario. And a great sports name, Brendan Black. I love it.
Probably a shout out to the Oakville Crusaders. Spartans with the restart.
Deep kick.
Yeah, nice high kick, forcing the Griffins to look up into the sun, and there's the
Unforced
bubble.
error!
Is that a penalty?
It could have been.
No, Griffins.
They were very lucky there. It looked like somebody was ahead of the ball and touched it when he knocked it on. Brad Schwager didn't see it that way. It's just going to be scrum. And have we had a scrum in a long time?
You got to think Andrew Evans, a coach for the Spartans at the half there, was telling his experienced players, use the sun. Use the sun to your advantage. And obviously they did then, and unfortunately one of the Griffins knocked it on.
Is this the first scrum of the second half?
I think you're right, Miriam.
Oh, my gosh.
12 minutes into the game.
Second
Oh.
half.
Spartans have a good low position. They get
Yeah.
the drive
Yeah.
on.
Good drive by the Spartans.
Clean ball out the back.
Here we see the unleash the backs. Nice loop around.
Yup, they got numbers 2 on 1.
Wing.
Oh, and he's in.
14 into the corner.
That was a perfectly executed
Lyndon
back
Duggan.
line move. Holy smokes, that was well done.
You don't get much better than that. That was
Player
beautiful.
coming short, Valemsi going out behind. We're going to see it on the replay. And then literally just hands. Great job by Marufu getting a 2-on-1. Good scrum platform too.
Watch the fly half do the loop round. Long pass. The gap is formed. 15 takes out his opposite number. Frees up 14 to run it over in the corner.
Kenny Paul too doing a great job on that unders line, attracting defenders, which allowed Duggan to get in. Second try of the day, I believe.
Spartans take the lead, 24-22.
We have a game.
We do indeed.
We've had a game all game, my goodness.
Maria, let's have some talking here. What do you think about the Spartans, how they've come back?
They're so great with ball in hand. I'd love to see the possession percentages of who's had more possession. I feel like it's a little bit weighted towards Guelph, but Spartans are getting more and more dynamic as they're getting ball in hand. They use their scrum very effectively there. Well done to them.
Good crowd out for this game, couple hundred people.
Good strong strike. And it's through for 2 points.
Great kick by Valenza there. 6'4", 185. Normally plays fullback, second year of business.
Okay, Chris, if you're coach now, Corey Hecht of the Griffins, what are you sharing with his team from the sideline?
I think you need them to get refocused. I think you need them to rebuild their platforms and get back to the basics. Simple, go forward rugby. Hit a few pods, hitting it up, and then get those backs in action again. No sense messing around. They're right in this game.
Defensive spacing is going to be really important for them.
Big clearing kick.
Using the sun yet again.
Yeah, that's going to have to stay in bounds, and it does. Well gathered. Is that Black?
5 Griffins back.
Yeah, looking for space right away.
Taken down by the try scorer. Forwards now getting into their routine.
Back down the near side. No, they're going to go to the open side. Ooh. Good solid hit.
Big contacts in this game.
Coming up pace here.
Yeah.
Again, another strong hit. I think that was 18.
Two Spartans defenders making that tackle. One high, one
Olanian
low.
with a big hit.
There's the pressure defense. The Spartans have gathered. We're going to come back for the knock-on.
Knock-on in the tackle. What's being called?
Wow, what a great game here. We got still 15 minutes to play. It's anybody's game.
Really physical battle. Spartan are stepping up defensively. Their defensive line is also very good in that middle of the field.
Don't let the snow fool you, folks. It's great rugby weather right now. Clear, crisp, lots of sun. You can see the Spartan defense quite tight in the middle of the field, expecting some interior play.
Ewan Curry just checking out with his back line there. The wheel has come on. It's a penalty.
Yeah, penalty against Spartans. Wheeling that scrum. Griffin's going to look to put this into touch and go with a line out.
Kobe Faust just coming up, having a look down the sideline, picking his spot.
Kicking straight into the sun. Doesn't get near the distance he wanted, but they're inside the Spartans' half.
Looks like a full line being called here by the Griffins.
I like that move. It gives your backs the most amount of space with the least amount of defenders in front of them. Full back in, wing in. Recycled ball coming back to the left side. Great defense from the Spartans. There's no opportunity there for the Griffins. See the Spartan players moving away from the breakdown. Make sure they've got defensive lines on both sides.
Good hands by Smarbert there in the middle of the field. Brendan Black
cuts inside. Inside pass.
Inside pass to Kobe Faust.
was a nice play between the both of them.
Yeah.
Referee has his hand out. Penalty advantage.
Likely offside against the Spartans. Here we come. He's going to bring it back.
There is lots of time on the clock. Take the points. Take the points, take the points, take the points.
Let's see. There's a discussion going on right now.
There certainly is a discussion going on in center field between the captain.
And they are not taking the points, Maria.
If they can't come away with points here, that's going to be...
12 minutes to go.
I'm sure lots of people disagree with me. They want them to go for a run.
But you've been announcing for 11 games now, Maria, in this tournament, and your knowledge about the time management and score management. Here come the Griffins. Clean lineup ball in the middle. Well secured to deck. They're going to try to form that driving maul.
Here they go.
Yeah, Spartans are going to have to loop out and around. Extra bodies coming into the Griffins. They're still driving. Now it's gone down. Advantage arm is out.
Another penalty advantage.
This will be collapsing the maul. Griffins taking it forward. They're
And
in.
a try.
They are in.
Try.
They proved me wrong, and that is okay. Good for them. They would have had to come away with points this time. Now up by 1. Kick to come.
See if we can get a number on that try scorer.
Very difficult to see. We're staring straight into the sun here, folks.
The camera is following number. Oh man.
Make a guess, Maria.
I don't.
13.
Is it that guy 20?
That guy 20. Let's give
That guy 20.
Let's give it to that guy, Michael McCartney, Oakville, Ontario. We're giving it to you whether you scored it or not. Just great effort either way by the Griffins.
Share with my announcing partners that these are going to be our players of the games unless something extraordinary happens.
Very exciting.
So let's hold on to that. Just some great support from our friends with the Toronto Arrows who are helping out in all sorts of ways with this tournament.
Those who are watching the feed are probably thinking we're ridiculous, we can't see, but we do have the sun directly in our face, which is causing us a little bit of trouble to see our replay screen.
Does that come around? Just outside the far post.
Kobe Faust, you'd love to have had that again. Up by 1 point now with 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes on the clock.
The
Guelph Griffins are leading 27 points to 26 over the Trinity Western University Spartans.
I think the technical term is barn burner. Here we go.
Nice high kick allows the Spartans to chase.
That's not good. That's tackled in the air. Just a penalty awarded.
Let's see if we can see that in the replay.
Yeah, Griffin's player in the air to make the catch. Trinity Western player.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing that again. It's almost like
he just maybe touched a blade of grass, and I think that's why it's not a yell and it's only a penalty because Brad Schwago wasn't sure, but penalty called.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We have the opportunity for a replay. The referee at this level doesn't right now. Here we go. We see it one more time. Player just jumping up. I think you're right. It was instantaneous. So penalty was the right call.
Full lineup for the Griffins. One at the front. Awkward pass to 9, who's able to get it out to the backs.
Great hands by Curry there. Oops, Smivert lost his feet.
Yeah, it happens at this time of the game. It's late. They're tired. Big wide pass. Step back inside. That's 21 Jackson Harwood, maybe? Yes, 21 Jackson Harwood took that ball in. There's the Griffins going up the middle of the park. Quick recycle ball. Looking for gaps out wide. Delayed pass to a trail runner. Reset the ruck. Come back to the left side. Hit a pot of forwards.
Big, strong contact there.
Griffins appealing for the penalty. It's going to go the other way. Spartans have stolen it.
Looking for some support.
Then it's gone the other way again.
Whoa, double Jackals.
Griffins are going to end up in possession with a penalty.
So we've still got 12 minutes to go. 8 minutes to go, sorry.
I think what the referee was thinking there was it was cleanly stolen in the other one, so he didn't have to have a penalty advantage. And then now with Guelph jackling, it's a holding on penalty against TWU. Wow. It's a big momentum shift at this point in the game with Guelph up by 1 point.
Yeah. Faust with a nice kick to touch. I was just going to say he didn't want to shank that one, and he didn't.
Yeah, he took his time. So, 7.5 minutes to go. Guelph up by 1 point, 27-26. They have the lineup. They win it. Center field. They got a loop around. There's a winger here spare. There's a gap forming.
That is almost carbon copy. The play we saw Spartans score on.
Griffins running hard.
Yeah, great back play here by the Griffins.
There's the trailing pot of forwards. You can see the backs gathering out wide to the right. Good tackles coming in from the TWU players.
I'll try to suck them in now.
Yeah, Griffin's going to have to dig that ball out. That's big number 1, Aiden Vachon taking the ball in. Pick and go rugby right there. Nothing fancy.
They go again.
Yeah, that's 4. Reese Collins taking the ball in.
Back set up on the left-hand side. Lots of chatter wanting the ball.
Here it comes now. 12. Quick outside pass to 15.
Frost has a good leg drive on. Smibert's with him.
Yeah,
held up a meter early before the try line.
Looks like it's out.
And it's in.
Yes.
That's going to be number 6. That's the Griffins blindside flanker, Owen Williams, diving across for the major.
Owen Williams, 6'2". He's a first-year biological and medical physics from Pickering, Ontario. Plays his club rugby with the Ajax Wanderers. Was the 2022 OUA Rookie of the Year. You can see why. And played U18 Canada. That was good free-flowing rugby by Guelph. Good job using their forwards, sucking in defenders, and then going on that left side. Just going to say before that all happened, number 23, Kenny Paul from the Spartans, has been an injection of defense for the Spartans at that 13 spot.
We probably had about a 2 or 3 minute passage of play there with the Griffins. Not too sure if we had a phase count, but that was right up there.
I need that phase counter. We would have had some high ones for sure.
55 minutes played in the game. Scoreline currently reads 32-26. 2 points on offer. No, pulled it to the near side, so the scoreline stands.
So the Griffins are only up by 6 with 5 minutes to play. It's still anybody's game. Converted try by the Spartans, and they can steal this victory.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 minutes to play. It's going to be a thrilling 5 minutes of this game.
Just noticing that number 23 for the Griffins, Owen Sterling, is now on the field.
That was a perfectly weighted kick by Valepsa.
The Griffins have it.
Somehow they got it back. I thought the Spartans had it, and they're going to go rumbling.
Straight ahead running.
Griffins now with a bit of pep in their step.
That was our try scorer making that move. Out wide. It's a big run.
That's our try scorer, Williams. Great run by him.
There's plenty of defense there from the Spartans. Yep, there's a gap.
Great tackle from 16 for the Spartans. Scott Bowers.
Spartans just trying to get the ball now.
Yeah.
Griffin's trying to keep hold of it. Want to make sure that they don't throw it away. That's number 4, Reese Collins.
Oh, big counter ruck from the TWU captain.
That's Girth.
Well over top of the ball. Awkward pass out the
Good
back.
hands.
Oh, knocked forward by our try scorer. Williams with the ball, looking for something. Running behind his own players. Now he straightens it up a little bit. Finds support. Gets it out wide. Cut back inside. That's 7.
They have a 2-on-1 here if they can use it.
13 with the ball in hand.
Oh, Onusi's on the field now.
Oh, that was an awkward tackle. Onusi's down in
Oh,
obvious
no.
pain right
He
away.
fell over one of his players.
We've got bodies back on the field as well.
Yeah, we'll see that again in the replay. I think he fell over. Oh, I didn't quite see it.
He's going straight down and grabbing his leg.
Yeah, they're worried about his knee right away. 57 minutes played in the game. Third game in 5 days. There's some tired bodies, some banged up bodies to start with. Taking a break in action gives me a quick chance to say thank you to our sponsors, Gilbert Rugby Balls, David Lougheed's For the Love of the Game Foundation, Via Sport in the province of British Columbia, Raymond James, the Langara Fishing Adventure, Lougheed Wealth Management, Canada Rugby Foundation, Pemberton Homes, Rugby Canada, the rugbynetwork.com, and all the staff and support here at the University of British Columbia Athletics and Recreation Department. We're enjoying some warm, sunny weather. Very difficult to see the pitch right now, just with the way the light's coming in on us.
Trinity Western University Spartans just having a huddle here. They're all taking a knee. They're trying to maintain their composure. Still have an opportunity here. As I said, 6 points, they're down, 32-26. The game clock has stopped at 57 minutes.
Yeah, player down on the far side is still on the field of play, so they're not going to restart. Both teams have gathered and are talking about the last few minutes of play. Some interesting rugby yet to be played. Referee, of course, is keeping the official time, so there could be 4 or 5 minutes to play. We have had some discussions around cards, so I fully expect that the time on the clock not to be there.
Maria, any thoughts from the University Spartans? Obviously, Coach Andrew Evans is with his team in the middle. Any thoughts on what he's trying to do to keep his team focused right now?
They have been working all year on focus. I spoke to Andy Evans on Friday. You know, how are you going to recompose after coming off a high from winning against UVic to then losing against McGill? And he said that's something that they've been working on all year, mental toughness. I am sure they are already well prepared for a moment like this where a player goes down or there's something unexpected. Lots of medical staff now coming out. Looks like they're splinting a leg of Owanusi. That's really unfortunate. He's had a really good tournament.
So just as we're taking a break here in the action, just want to give a quick summary. The University of British Columbia, Rugby Canada, and the Canadian Rugby Foundation are pleased to present this year's the 2022 CUMRC, the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championships. This is the 5th annual national tournament, and it's being held here at UBC's Point Grey campus in Vancouver. Started on Wednesday, November 30th, and today's our final round of games on Sunday, December the 4th.
So the final game coming up at 3:30 at West Coast time. So in just over an hour's time, we'll have the University of McGill taking on the University of British Columbia. Little known fact: my father played for the University of McGill as fullback and was captain of the team in the late 1960s. Shout out to Dr. Roger Blackman, who's at home watching.
The 1860s?
Oh, Keith, please. So a big matchup. McGill, first time into the championship match. UBC has been there before. Veteran coach Curry Hitchborn leading a strong team. McGill having fought their way through to the final, willing to put it all on the line. But before we get to that, we're going to be able to see the final few minutes in this game between the Trinity Western University Spartans and the Guelph Griffins.
Owanusi right now just getting his leg splinted up. He is on his stomach and lots of wrap going around.
So what I'd like to do is maybe just build upon what the Canadian coach Kingsley Jones shared with us at the halftime break. He is really excited to use these Canadian University Championships as a feeder system for the national team. He's obviously here. He mentioned how impressed he was with both the players' skill and also the coaching ability of what he's seeing with the coaches across the country.
They're getting lots of young coaches involved, lots of Canadian coaches. You see Phil Murphy and Jamie McKenzie, international players working with Laurier. I noted that Bill Chamberlain is coaching with the UBC. He was with the U20 tour and has been helping out with the U18 camps that have been happening locally in the Lower Mainland. So really, to build rugby in the country, you want to support all the resources, not only facilities and coaching, but also officiating and player development. And certainly here we see officials development as well. Al Hudson, a veteran official here to help make sure everything's going smoothly. And we've got some up-and-coming officials working with some veterans, Chris Asmus and Shanda Asmus, having lots of international experience. So certainly taking advantage of the opportunity.
I also thought it was really interesting when he started talking about the MLR. The fact that here in Canada we just have the one team right now, the Toronto Arrows, but certainly here, a hotbed of rugby here on the West Coast, Vancouver, Lower Mainland, and certainly Victoria as well. It would be such a, if I could have one wish come true this weekend, it would be somewhere in the crowd we have a couple of
billionaires,
couple of millionaires who want to help out and certainly support the team here on the West Coast, because I think it would be so fitting if we have a MLR team, both men's and women's, actually here on the West Coast.
And that really is the next step for these athletes, to go pro. You know, to go from university directly to a national team, unless it's age grade, would be a monumental task. You're not going to get tons of those, maybe one or two each year. But to then go pro, develop more in a full-time training environment, that is really what's going to get you onto a national team. Being the best university player can certainly get you there, but there's only one of those at this tournament likely, and then the rest, you know, putting in your work professionally, that's what's going to make the difference.
Obviously, for those who are aware, the World Cup is being held in France in September next year, 2023. Then after that, it's going to be held in Australia in 2027, and then we're really very fortunate, 2031. It's only 8-9 years away. It's going to be upon us very quickly. We're going to have the World Cup. 15th of World Cup is going to be held here in North America, and we'll certainly see, I'm sure, see some games here on the West Coast as well. So it's going to happen sooner than later. So I think you're right, Maria. It'd be really neat if the enthusiasm and the players here and some of the ex-players could get behind an MLR team. That's the third time I'm giving the plug, by the way, so hopefully somebody is listening. Getting an MLR team here on the West Coast. This is what Canada needs.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the university game itself, with the way it's changed over the last 5 years, that's been huge. It's done it for the women's game. We saw them perform very well at the World Cup most recently, 4th place. You know, most of those players are grads from university programs. We have a long list of people, grads from men's university programs, that have played on the national team or gone to play professionally, and that's just going to continue to grow with the professionalism that's being shown at this tournament and across the country in the 34 men's playing universities.
Both teams, both coaches, obviously right now, there is only 3 minutes to go on the regulation clock. However, both coaches, Andrew Evans for the Spartans and Corey Hector for the Griffins, wanting to keep their players motivated, channeled, focused, and obviously warm, because we still have a game to play. This can still go either way right now with 3 minutes to go. So we've got a bit of a longer break than we were anticipating. However,
momentum-wise, this is going to be huge. You asked me before about the Spartans and how they're going to kind of come back for this. Even though it's not a Guelph player that's down, that's very hard as a player, especially with the weather.
Yeah, it is warm and sunny as we stand here in the booth.
Warm is not the right word. I refuse to take that. It's like 4 degrees.
It's
there
warmer.
just happens to be sun on us.
It's warmer.
Keith and I have both taken our jackets off,
gosh.
Maria.
Still got my gloves on.
So we have a growing crowd as we near time for kickoff for the final game of the championship.
McGill's going to have a monumental task against UBC. Big forward pack from UBC. They've shown their strength all tournament, and their backs, of course, Dakota McMillan. His kicking game has been very good. Probably single out every single player on UBC at one point having a big play. McGill has played with a whole bunch of well-earned heart, as well as a very well-organized team from a game management perspective.
Just as we're waiting for this player to be carried off, I can just see the crowd now standing on their feet, giving the player appreciation and thanks.
I think this is going to motivate the Spartans, if anything. I think they're going to play for Owanusi.
What's really neat to see as well, I see the McGill players coming out. I see the UBC players all giving a thanks and acknowledgement to that one player. So
yeah.
great team spirit there by everybody.
And really good job by the medical staff.
Yeah, there's at least 6 medical staff helping out to make sure the player is well taken care of, and the facilities at UBC, as I mentioned a couple days ago or earlier today, are very nearby, so that player is going to be well taken care of. So now the players on the pitch have the difficult task of refocusing. We've got a scrum to restart. It's going to be the Griffins' ball. Spartans are going to want to put some pressure on right away. Here we go.
3 minutes is not that long to have to hold on to the ball for. We saw McGill do it with 2.5 minutes left.
Big scrum there by the Spartans.
Yeah, they've got the push on. Griffins are working it out. They're going to have to try to crash it up the middle. Ruck support is there.
Do they just stay close and try to run it out for the next 2.5 minutes?
That's an awful long time, Maria.
It's also a long time. You're just in your 22. It's a little scary, but they've had a long time to talk about what their strategy would be if they won the ball.
Yeah, good point.
Acres.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, there's the penalty.
Spartans!
Exactly what the Spartans wanted.
So Guelph, excuse me, off their feet at the rock, overzealous. TWU, guarantee you they are going for a line out for the win.
Matthew Willemse there, he's going to kick it through. Okay. They're down by 6, so they're actually going to need a converted try to win this.
Wow.
Spartans ball.
Griffin's late getting there for the line out.
There's still 2 minutes to play. Plenty of opportunity here for the Spartans.
Yeah, the Spartans don't want to rush. Clean.
They got to get it clean. Oh, no.
Griffins get the ball back. Who's down and up on it?
Don't know if it was tapped by the Spartans because
Flag for the assistant referees up on the far side.
Who's
taking it out?
Which way does his arm go?
We're coming back for a knock on from the Spartans.
knock on.
Sorry, the other way.
Knock on by the Griffins.
Oh my gosh! A minute and a half left. Attacking scrum on the sideline.
Nail biter.
I mean, this is literally situations with the scrum that the Spartans have could get a penalty try on the last play of the game. Could you imagine if that's how the game ended?
Oh, didn't even think about that.
Oh my gosh.
Did not think about that. Okay.
Scrum. It hasn't been dominant enough, I would say, unless something real crazy happens here, but
Spartans ball. We're into the final minute of play.
Big scrum required here by the Griffins and the Spartans.
Griffins have a bit of a push.
They're trying to go for it.
Number 8 pick. That's the captain. Well tackled by the Griffins. Ruck support is there for the Spartans.
It's a little slow.
Pick and go. Big drive.
They're going for it. The
Griffins going backwards.
They are absolutely going to go for it and then put Valemsa on the spot to make that game-winning kick again.
Ball's trapped in the middle. It's not going to come out. I can see from the angle.
Oh,
no way! He made it!
No way! Holy moly!
Spartans with the try.
So, Spartans, they're down by 1.
Valemsa with the chance to be a hero again.
Wow. He did that on the first game, the first day.
See if we can watch the replay for any action.
Oh, we just see people walking back. Our crowd online has probably already seen it. We are too excited.
Matthew Willemse, here we go. Vice captain. Taking his time. Langley, BC.
He's closer to the sticks than he is to the sideline. Guelph are absolutely going to be putting a run on here. He's a game player. Let's see how this goes.
Thumps it through. Flag stay down. He's missed the convert.
No way.
Game over. Griffins with the win.
That is heartbreaking for Spartans, but multiple of the Spartans players have immediately run over to Valemsa and giving him a hug. That is incredible, being a good teammate. Guelph, 32-31. Can you believe this tournament? Guelph coming away as bronze medalists. OUA 1 coming in seated as second, finishing third. Our players of the game brought to you by Toronto Arrows. Well deserved. Number 14 from TWU, Lyndon Duggan. He was excellent. 2 tries to his name today. And then number 8 from the University of Guelph, Cam Hurst. So many monumental performances on both sides of the ball. Guelph and Spartans. I hope every single one of those players holds their heads up high, win or lose today.
Wow.
We've just seen the replay here of the kick. It looked like he struck it really well.
Oh,
But
man.
both touch judges, assistant referees, were looking at themselves and double checking, including the referee, so it was clear. What's really neat right now is both sets of teams are congratulating each other as well they should. That was a great bronze final game. End-to-end rugby, 32-31. How often are you going to get 63 points in a 60-minute game? Wonderful rugby at this level. Chris, I'll let you give any thoughts on the wrap-up.
I just can't wait for the next game. Stay with us, folks. In about an hour's time, University of British Columbia Thunderbirds and the Miguel Redbirds will be going at it in our championship match from the 2022 Canadian University Men's Rugby Championships.
Maria, any thoughts?
My thoughts are, holy smokes, what a tournament. Can't wait for the gold medal game. I know UBC fans will be cheering loud and proud. Big task for Miguel, but honestly, I think with the games we've had all week, anything can happen.
My name is Keith Lumby.
I'm Chris Blackman, and that was Maria Sampson. We'll be back. Join us later for the gold medal match.
While you may not be a pediatric surgeon volunteering your topiary talents at a children's hospital, your life is just as unique. A Raymond James advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you give back, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.